Luxury lust, blinded by the luxury lust.
Yippee-ki-yo, working like 3 jobs, ready for a vacate. Like it when we touch down, like it when we spontaneous. So I work as hard as I play. I'm trying to see you in the moonlight, so you can meet me by the poolside. I know you're looking for a good time, yeah. But listen, baby, you just show up. This is not a drill, this is how I feel. Pop champagne, I'ma do it for the thrill. Escape with me, I'm saying that maybe we could take off and then land on a jet ski. Baby, I'll hold you tight. Top shelf with it, I'll show you right.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is your boy DZ, and this is DZ Music, where music equals life. And we are back for another album review video. I am so glad to be here with you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you are doing good. Let's not waste any time. Let's get into today's album and artist. So, guys, make sure that you go back and check out my latest video, which we went over Fear of Flying by Maya, the 2000 iconic album. Make sure you go. It should be linked somewhere here. So today we are continuing a series that I started a little while ago, going over R&B males, future R&B males in music today. And it's called The Evolution of the R&B Crooner. Part 1, we featured the artist Lucky Daye and his latest album, Algorithm. Today we will be continuing with The Evolution of the R&B Crooner Part 2, and we will be featuring a relatively new R&B male artist to the scene, which is Mr. Kevin Ross and his latest project, Love Uptempo. Now, like I said, Kevin has been practically kind of new in my from my aspects of a new R&B artist. And the reason I'm doing this whole series is because R&B is staying alive only by those of us who love it and know it and lived in the time that when R&B was at its highest, when it was just there. And I believe in music coming back around. I think R&B is going to come back around. But one of the main components of it is the R&B male. Like, I miss R&B males in music. And so they're far and few in between, especially new artists, new fresh R&B male artists. So that's why we are doing this series. So Kevin Ross came on my radar when I first heard his song, God is a Genius. And I was like, who is this? I gotta listen to his stuff. So he has a few projects out. 2020, he released his first project, which was Audacity Volume 1. Then he had Audacity Volume 2. Then after that, he released Drive. And now we're up to his latest project released this year, Love Uptempo. Some of the notable singles from him: God is a Genius, Sweet Release, Looking for Love, Lady Love. Those are just some of the notable singles, but honestly, all his projects are really good. I just like to review the latest one. So that's what we're going to do today. We are going to get into Love Uptempo. So here is the album Love Uptempo by Mr. Kevin Ross, and it only has 12 songs on it. The album, I think itself, is like only 29 minutes long, and that's what I would say for all his projects. They aren't very long, because I remember Audacity 1 or 2 were like seven songs each, maybe 7 or 6 songs each, and then he did Audacity, the complete version. He put both of them together before he released Drive. And Drive was, again, another short album too, which I like. I think he is smart because he is an independent artist. I'm thinking he isn't signed to, he isn't, doesn't look like he's signed to a major label. I think he's smart about cutting through tracks and just making these short albums where it's not these big drawn. I think he's very smart at that, especially being an independent artist and trying to keep R&B music alive. So let's get into the first track. So first up on the album, I had to laugh at this because if you know, I'm not a big. The first track on the album is the Love Uptempo intro. Now, I do have a love-hate relationship with intros, interludes, and outros. I do. I really don't see the need for them. But I will say that unless they really make sense, this one really makes sense because it is introducing the album. You can kind of guess it from the title of the album, Love Uptempo. But I will say this intro really works for this album because it gives us na 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 na. It's intro, it's upbeat, it's good. It's a good intro. Da, da, da. He sounds amazing on it. It sets the tone for the rest of the album. So the Love Uptempo intro, good intro. Let's move on to the actual first track on the album. Track number 2 on the album, the first actual track on the album we have is Back for More. And the track is short. It is only 2 minutes and 28 seconds long. But that's how good Kevin is at delivering his message in such a short music. And it's so good. The thing I like about this album and I like about this track is that it actually does leave you wanting more because it's so good. So Back for More, we come from the Love Uptempo intro and we get Back for More, which is laid back, but it's still kind of upbeat, totally R&B jam. Totally could see it being played with a live band. And the song is basically describing how he finds this person irresistible, and the more he tries to stay away, he keeps coming back for more. Quintessential R&B subject matter. Great jam, great song. I thought it was well done, and Kevin sounds amazing on it. I find a hard time trying to describe what his voice sounds like. I think you would just have to listen to it for yourself, because it is unique, but not unique enough where I can really put what he actually sounds like. And that's not a bad thing. It's just he is good. He has a very good voice, very good singer. It's just I don't know, and I've been racking my brain how to describe his voice. It's light, it's nice, it's easy. He's one of those singers that can sing just about anything, but when it comes to like R&B was made for him, like you can tell R&B was made for him, and a specific type of R&B, like that smooth, nice sounding R&B, and that's what Kevin delivers when he delivers Back for More. Great track, great way to actually open the album. So track number 3 on the album we have is Spin. So we come from this nice R&B kind of sound, which Kevin is kind of known for at this point, as far as what I've listened to, all of his projects. And we get to this Afro Caribbean beat on Spin. It is a sweet, it is a erotic, it is just a sexy song. It really is a sexy song. He does a great job on this. It's good to hear him switch up his sound a little bit, because I think Kevin has found his niche at being that R&B crooner who is good at delivering those good feel good jams, those love good songs, not really diving into any hard topics or anything heartbreaking or anything like that, but he's found his niche at being that guy to deliver us some good feel good songs that is going to be mid-tempo, up tempo. That is what he is good at, and there's no different from when he did here on Spin. Spin, like I said, is a little bit different because we're used to him being so R&B, and now he is switching it up with this Afro Caribbean beat, and I love it. It's a great song. So the next track on the album, Love Uptempo by Mr. Kevin Ross, we have is Afrolude, which is very smart, and I will tell you for a few reasons why. So we come from Spin, which again is Caribbean, which is Afrobeat, and it goes right into Afrolude. One first thing smart about Afrolude, instead of him making it an interlude, he calls it Afrolude. So it's like an Afrobeat interlude. So I thought that was very, very smart. Second thing about it is this track, Afrolude, again, it's like a minute long, but it sounds like Janet Jackson. It really does. It sounds like something Janet would have done, and I will not be surprised if he was influenced by it. You have to go and listen to this. If you're a Janet fan, a Janet stan, this sounds like some of her music from the early 2000s. It really does, when she was doing those nice soft songs. This is what Afrolude gives me. So I actually love it, because every time I think about it, I think about Janet Jackson, because it really does remind me of her. And I loved how he went straight from spin, which with that Afro Caribbean beat, right into Afrolude, and kept the party going. I thought that was very, very smart. I was smart too, because this sound, the Caribbean Afro beat sound, was kind of different. It's different for him. He isn't known for it. So it was smart for him just to continue it a little bit longer before he goes back into his signature sound. So we come from Afrolude and we move into the next track on the album, which is Love in the Middle. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this was the lead single for this project, Love Uptempo. Banger, straight banger. I will tell you exactly why. Now we're going to move even out of music wise. We're just going to talk about lyrically and the message of this song. Like, I thought it was such a genius thing, and you can tell like this is something that he has personally gone through. That's why he was able to come up with the concept for this song. So basically, the song is talking about you as a couple, you and your significant other, not always being on the same page, not even just going through life, and it may not even be like you guys not having issues, but it might just be life. You might be pulled over here, be working here, doing this, doing that. And I thought it was just great that he thought about, regardless of what you're going through, I'm going through, let's always just keep love in the middle. And I thought that was a genius way of writing and putting into this song, and to just include it more so on top of that with the music, back into that good sounding, a good feeling, sound, R&B sound. I thought it was just genius how he did that. Let's try love in the middle. Let's put love in the middle. Let's start love in the middle. Let's stop for a little, put love in the middle, babe. Great message. Let's stop everything. Let's get back to the core. Let's get back to always putting love in the middle. So next track on the album we have is another interlude, and this is KJ's interlude, and this one is like 49 seconds long, so I can't be mad at it, but I will say it is a cute interlude. It's a sound of a sonogram. When you go to get a sonogram and you can hear them saying, you can hear the sonogram and you can hear that he's moving. So it's a sonogram of, I guess, him becoming a father, which I thought it was cute. So I thought it was a cute little interlude. Let's move on to the next track. We'll go right into it. So after that we have is Check In. Now Check In, when I listened to it, this song gave me Craig David. And if you know Craig David from the early 2000s, British R&B singer, this song sounds like it belonged to Craig David. Check In, great jam, great throwback kind of sounding song. Like I said, it does sound like something from the early 2000s, but I thought it was great. It's upbeat, great jam. Next up on the album, we have a Standout track. I think I'm gonna start making probably a graphic just for tracks that I think are standout, but this is the Standout track on the album as well. This is we got, I can't talk. Anyway, the next track is Luxury Lust. Luxury Lust. That beat, that sound. He goes again this one with Afrobeat kind of sound, and then he's using his falsetto voice and that sound, that mix of Afrobeat, and it kind of sounds like sand flowing across, blowing in the. Great jam. Great jam. It is the only track on here, but I believe that is over 3 minutes, and it is worth it. And I see why. Luxury lust, blinded by the luxury lust. Great jam. And this is why I like Kevin Ross, because even though he is like in a certain pocket in R&B, he is very innovative in that little pocket that he's in. Great jam. Luxury Lust, you can't miss it. Put it on. It definitely needs to be on a playlist. I mean, the whole album does, but Luxury Lust, it's those songs that the ones that stand out to you. Be like, oh, okay, yeah, this should have been gotten something. It's just, Luxury Lust, great job. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you are enjoying it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the good things. Let's get into the next track. Next up on the album, Love Uptempo by Mr. Kevin Ross, we have is They Don't Know About Us. So we come from Luxury Lust and we go into They Don't Know About Us, which switches up the sound, which is it starts off kind of soft, but it's R&B, and he goes back into R&B. So he switches from Luxury Lust, which is that Afrobeat sound, into They Don't Know About Us, and it is genius. It is a minute, and he sounds so I don't know. It's just good, man. It's just really, really good. I have such a hard time describing his sound, because even though like I said, he is a great singer. He fits in a pocket in R&B. He doesn't really have a signature sound, and that's fine, because not all artists have a signature sound. But what the messaging of your song, how you are musically, those things stand out and count as well. And that's what Kevin Ross does. That's why he is who he is, and why you can tell that music just flows through him, and he loves to make it. So They Don't Know About Us, great job coming from Luxury Lust. So the next track on the album, we have Love in the Middle live. Now this is the same track, Love in the Middle, which was the lead single off of this project, but this is the live version. And I will tell you, the live version, he sounds just as good as he does on the recorded version. Like, I love when artists sound like themselves, but he sounds so good on this live version. Let's put love in the middle. Great job on this. Then he moves into the last track on the album. It's actually Spin, the second, I think it was the third song on the album, Spin. We have Spin Again. And Spin is the same song, but with a slightly different beat, and it features Max B. So great job on this. And like I said, again, Kevin does a great job at putting his projects together, but his projects are never long. He puts out the best of it. He puts it in a nice little package, and that's what he delivers. And that's what he did on this album, Love Uptempo. If you haven't checked out his other projects, go and do it. So check out Audacity 1 and 2, check out Drive, and of course check out this one, Love Uptempo. I think Kevin is great at R&B. I think he is a great addition to males in R&B, and I think he should continue to do music. I don't know if he wants to like become more and more mainstream. I don't know, because he fits in that nice little pocket in R&B, which is good sounding, good feeling, good vibes kind of R&B, and that's kind of what we've gotten through his projects so far. Love Uptempo, great job. For me, I would kind of like to see him do a little departure, but if he doesn't, I would still be a fan of his. I would see him like to be a little bit more, a little bit more serious subject matter, only because I want to see what else he can do musically. Not because he isn't great at what he is. If he wasn't, I wouldn't be covering him here today. But Love Uptempo, great, nice. If you need something that is nice, easy, well, good to play with your significant other, good to play at parties, good just to listen to. Love Uptempo, great album. Go support him. He is an independent artist. Support him, download, stream. Let him know you liked his album. Let him know all the good things. Let me know in the comment section if you agree of my analysis of Love Uptempo by Mr. Kevin Ross. And he is our second artist, male R&B artist, to be added to our series, The Evolution of the R&B Crooner. Thank you guys so much for watching so much. I appreciate you again. I love you guys so much. Make sure to follow me on all my social medias. That is DZ Music 84 on TikTok, DZ Music 84 on Instagram. Follow, share, subscribe. You know the drill. Do it all. I appreciate you guys so much. Until the next video. Why can't I talk? Until the next album review video, I will see you in the next one. Peace.
Yippee-ki-yo, work it like 3 dots, ready for a vacate. Like it when we touched out, like it when we spontaneous. So I work as hard as I play now. I'm trying to see you in the moonlight, so you can meet me by the poolside. I know you're looking for a good time, yeah. But listen, baby, you just show this is not a drill. This is how I feel. Pop champagne, I'ma do it for the thrill. Escape with